It's just that when I smoke, I think, and I'm always smoking. What if I was born white instead of black? Would Caucasians still talk shit behind my back? Would I jack, pack a pistol, or ever sell crack? Attack an enemy, or walk laps around the track? How would I act if one time cut me extra slack? Would I still blow my dough or be disciplined and stack? I wonder, what type of roof would I live under? My moms and pops together or my family asunder? Most likely, be close to the ones that's most likely. Spiky flat tops that dislike Spike Lee. The fact of the matter, the blacker the batter. The fatter the penis with that yak in the bladder. Would I be humble or still wild and ready to rumble? Crumble chronic and guzzle yak till I stumble. If an if was a fifth, I could knock it down swift. And that ain't an if or a myth. But what if, what if? What if Pops would've never copped that house for sale, and instead bought one with a Damu's dwell? I can tell, I just know myself too well. I be still banged out, giving keyways hell. When I fail with the big homies coming post bail, and Michelle, will she still be in the Norvale or my mail? Would I still prevail in them shootouts and love to smell the discharged shells? I bet I'd still be a ride on the set, squabbing, can't stand to see the homies on the wet. Whacked out, looped up so much he black out. Would I ride in a county jail ride or tracked out? Hit the blood module or walk the main line? Claim mine with tattoos, throwing up gang signs. What if Pac would've never fell in love with a Glock? Would we still had these thugs that bang from no block? What if? What if Eve would've never been deceived? Would we still rob and kill, fornicate and thieve? I believe it'd be perfect with no purpose to grieve. Some say that I'm a dreamer and a little bit naive. What if I didn't have such a gorgeous gift? Would I have to lift boxes on the graveyard shift? Would the war be so wicked with war? Would niggas get to hang that couldn't kick it before? Would Bin Laden had a been rotten? Still hot and plotting, Armageddon on this modern day sodden? Not in a million years could we predict the pleasure if a man didn't think with his dick. Perhaps we'd be living in a world without straps, claps and kidnaps, no gangster raps. And that's the only thing that make me think twice about if being switched, cause I do it so nice. What if? Nigga don't control none of this shit. That's what if though. I've been through a few storms, but I always knew Emmanuel would see me through. He always do. It get more hard to cry every day go by. I ain't gon' lie, that's why I stay so high. I'm an artist, working at perfecting his pictures, drinking liquor when I should be searching the scriptures. I keep a lone chrome. I ain't trying to get my dome blown while I get my dome blown. I was homegrown. Mama may have and Papa may got, but I'm a man, I can't just stay at they spot. You sitting on your ass, saying you wishing you had it. I'm at my kid's school paying tuition. They say it take a village to raise them from a knee high, or drop them off and let them go live with Eli. Put food on the table, I ain't looking for help. I can bring home the bacon and cook it myself.
Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown. God bless the child that can hold his own. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown. God bless the child that can hold his own. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown. God bless the child that can hold his own. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown. God bless the child that can hold his own.
On top of all the worries that she already carried, mom's had me by a man that was already married. That's the circumstances into which I fell. Father Abraham ain't lived with Ishmael. Keep my balance through the troubles I challenge. Such a faithful steward, always gotta double my talents. That's why I go so hard to see my whole 9 yards. Lost time, the LOC did more than 4 behind bars. I said it, I did it. I'm breaded, I get it, I'm with it. I'm a prophet, they just scared to admit it. I was born alone to die alone. I get high alone, and ain't nothing like your own when you buy a home. Rolling Stone might see me in Miami. No Grammy, but I'm eating and feeding my family. Made a mess. Seen so many die for less, you call it luck. Why can't it just be I'm blessed?
Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown. God bless the child that can hold his own. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown. God bless the child that can hold his own. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown. God bless the child that can hold his own. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown. God bless the child that can hold his own.
Can God bless a young nigga when he's obsessed with making money and murder in the process? I confess I'm dirty and dishonest. Listen to my flesh and ignore my conscience. The way I was raised ain't nothing like I am these days. 10 years ago they said I was going through a phase, but amazed a nigga ain't changed his ways. I still smokes and drinks and thinks that crime pays. The lust of the flesh got me brushing with death. I hustle too much to ever suffer the stress of being broke. I'm banged out. Fuck trying to hang out, slang out the back door. I smoking my brains out, accustomed to busting, put trust into nothing but dollars and cents with dishonest attempts to make more and take more. Make no mistakes though, I'm sick in the head and I lick for the bread.
Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown. God bless the child that can hold his own. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown. God bless the child that can hold his own. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown. God bless the child that can hold his own. Was born alone to die alone, cause I'm homegrown. God bless the child that can hold his own.
Getting hard trying to live in this land, Lord. I'm sick of paying rent, I wanna be the landlord. Not too many children in my section 8 last night. Lights out, they on section 8. We get constipated from that government cheese. Paying taxes, steady get a government cheese. Don't nothing change no matter who we vote for. So why waste time even going to try to vote for? When you grind so hard, you supposed to see profit. Why we so broke? We supposed to be prophets. We never had a choice on coming to America. I feel something real bad is coming to America. I don't write the mayor, they say I got a right to, but I don't even know where a nigga supposed to write to. I keep my chest up and head to the sky until the day I burn or head to the sky.
Good days, and there was many bad days. Lord, I've had hills to climb and sleepless nights. But when I look around and see what you've done for me, I'll say thank you, Lord, and I won't complain. Yeah, no.
I'm no devil, I know that I'm God's son, but I still smoke weed with my godson. And even though they say the woman is the backbone, we just wanna see them laying on their backbone. Thumb through the word, but you know what's confusing? Between the experts, it's so much confusion. I want it all, for all that I care about. I want a ball, that's all that I care about. Travel 50 states, broke 48 laws. Ran across a book called 48 Laws. Some say it's bad, some say it's a good book. I say it ain't got nothing on the good book. I ain't tripping on going to the motherland. On the other hand, I like to buy my motherland. What price can we all get peaceful? Stay at war and swear that we peaceful.
Many good days and bad days. I've had some hills to climb and Lord, sleepless nights. When I look around and see what you've done for me, I'll say thank you, Lord. I won't blame, no blame.
What's wrong? Can't we all get along? Wanna buy a home, but can't get along. I'm trying to stay focused and write the right rhymes, cause these days everybody write rhymes. My uncle went to the rehab, hooked on morphine. It seems he came out even more fiend. Don't wanna see cuz die or blood bleed. We all lose every time black blood bleed. Holla Hail Mary, a light no candle, but I'm still trying to handle what I can do. I go hard for what I need, so it's ample. Watch me, you won't need no example. Crucial situation, my life in a crisis. Need to trade my life in for crisis. Please forgive me for what I did last night. I don't know, this might be my last night.
Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter LOC. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe, stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider LOC.
I'm here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga is Spider LOC. Spider LOC, nigga. Spider LOC.
Spider LOC.
Spider LOC.
Spider LOC.
Spider LOC.
Spider LOC, that's my nigga.
Spider LOC.
Spider LOC. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
You are now in the black box with the homie Spider LOC, the most eastiest. Facts over feelings, keeping it a Google Plex. Feel my campaign.
Spider LOC, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
LOC is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
I can't think without a whole zone. It's almost gone, but don't think about the ozone. I ain't ate all day, but I'm so blown. Tell the DJ to throw on a slow song. My life is what the po-po press for. South Central is so stressful. In the city of the bombest herbs. The only way to LOC know the calmest nerves. Females say I'm a conceited nothing, no good, only call when in need of something. It's a thin line between the love and the lust. Should never have young cuz in the cuffs. Gotta be cool with them first advances. Working in these uncertain circumstances. Fake ballin' had you broke with a buzz. Pump your brakes, come smoke one with us. And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all. Come smoke one with us. Come smoke one with us.
Come on.
And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all. Come smoke one with us. Come smoke one with us. I get high as the heights that I'm reaching to. Put a few in the air for Big Meech and Blue. Grind hard through the middle of the night. Shit, I might see a little of the light. I never sleep, barely get some rest. I swallow my blood before I hit some stress. Roscoe's on the east, a hit the west for jacks. Pockets fat, I just hit for racks. Yeah, that's where I can get some clothes at too. It's already 1 and it closed at 2. Fast lane, ballin' out, racing the range. Gangbanger, all about chasing the change. I'm icy, judge and the jury ain't trying to see the judge and the jury. Eastie represent the E&S, but I still Baymac like BMF. And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all. Come smoke one with us. Come on. Come smoke one with us. Come on. And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all.
Come smoke one with us. Listen, come smoke. Hey, look. Get money every day like it's no thing. Buy a zone of that cushion, smoke the whole thing. Rolled up deuces, carry 4-5. Off a half a gram of kush, but we so high. South Central where they murder with no alibi. Do walk-ups and don't respect drive-bys. We some young killers, still some fly guys. Neighborhood near Bustle and SPI. We rich roller coaster cribbing, that's our lifestyle. And that explains why my neck and wrist iced out. Smoke big blunts, ride luxury. A nigga beat his bitch up cause she was fucking me. And then I beat the pussy up and told her it'll be alright, just tell me every time he mention me. Yeah, and that's just how it's meant to be. It's an in-hood thing, Slauson after century.
And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all. Come smoke one with us. Come on. Come smoke one with us. Come on. And we can get high, y'all. Never know when we gon' die, y'all. Come on. Come smoke one with us. Come on, come on. Come smoke one with us. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come smoke one with us. The show is a blessing. To meet here this morning and blow us a session. I just had a crazy thought while I was listening to that song, waiting to pop in with y'all. And I was just looking how, like, damn, just tripping on G-Unit, how big it is and how it died, right? And then I be tripping on how, you know, whatever insignificant role I played in the whole overall scenario, whatever did matter, did not matter, right? Check me out. Check me out, cuz. The boy Curtisha definitely mismanaged, mishandled whatever, you know, potential lie within having the advantage of being in a sense of control of my career and what I brought to the table. Because way back, you see what he could have been affiliated with, how he could have established himself artist-wise. Nipsey was the little homie. K-Dot was the little homie. J-Rock was the little homie / little cousin. These is all people definitely outside of Nipsey, the whole TDE camp. I put him right up on touch, on top with, in a situation where he could have politicked and had a whole lot more access, if not control, equaling longevity for his brand, G-Unit wise, had he realized what else, what was on the table. Just to name them two. The two niggas on dedication and everything that come with that situation. Top Dog directly at the table. Mac 10 directly at the table. Brian Turner directly at the table. While y'all be on his knee nuts talking about how much of an excellent businessman he is. This is the type of business he mismanaged. On my mama. And just look how shortfalling what was
is, and it was not necessary. There was a lot of potential right there that lied within this one plug, this one connection. On my mama. What nobody else, artist-wise, in my position, maneuvering in that fashion to where they were bringing these type of caliber artists to the table as potential whatever. So my mama, the reason why Scrappy got knocked was because Top Dog was my partner and he did something on behalf of myself and Scrappy didn't handle it correctly. So on my mama, the whole thing about it is the reason why Top was even involved was I went to approach him for one favor, and because just the nature of the favor, he wanted to know, well, you know, what was my intentions? What did I have up? What was you going to do? And I was letting him know, oh, I'm going to go do this because I'm finna go holler at Lil Scrappy. So this is the level Top Dog was in the game at the time. It went from him meeting me in Watts, close to where he was, handing me something and letting me go handle my business, to him following me, taking me. I'm jumping in the truck with him, and now him and Puto and his little homie is following us from Watts to Beverly Hills because of what Top was attempting to create and build. It made sense for him to want to meet Lil Scrappy. This is what I had at the table. So I couldn't imagine Lil Scrappy trying to get a meeting with Top Dog now. Not saying it's impossible, but just look at how it shifted. And this is what I had at the table for the boy. I was just listening to, you know, I'm early up. You know, it's a blessing in the morning, blow a session. The song, I'm thinking, playing the music, you know, I spend a lot of time just thinking. You heard me on What If. You know, a lot of time I just think. And when I smoke, I think. And I'm just always smoking. Y'all don't realize that record is one of the first 5 records I believe I ever recorded in my life. So it just be having me thinking. Oh, my mama. But let's get to what we do, man. That's crazy. How big a fumble is that? This is why you can't hear a person like Curtisha articulate his experience with me to a point where it has any substance. He made a slight reaction in 2017 in the form of an IG post, and it was so boo-boo. I couldn't believe that's what you chose to say. You were doing better. You would have done better to do just what you've been doing since. Tucking your tail, shutting up. You involve yourself in every bit of gossip on the internet. I don't care what it is, who's involved. You insert yourself in it. However, you cannot articulate more than a sentence to try to pull the wool over somebody's eyes on how you fumble what was happening right here. I'm the one. You are not eager to tell these people that when you met me, you were excited to the point that you declared, I get excited when I see myself again. This is the amount of potential that you beheld within me, bro. I hear you in the book trying to demean Lloyd Banks and the others, saying that they didn't quite have what it take because when you come in the room, they began to cower and they couldn't actually they couldn't handle your presence in the room. But when I met you, remember you was having that conversation with Young Buck, how bad you was talking about him and the chain being taken. I didn't know you. We were strangers. We was in a small little trailer full of a whole bunch of niggas. You hadn't spoke to Buck since the chain got taken. It was like a week or better later. And you was having a serious conversation. You don't remember how I just start rapping and basically told you, shut up. This is what we finna do right now. And remember how my life changed from that point over? You were my fan from the moment we met. So as you articulating all this experience, you just like the historians that switch the Bible, who want us to believe that our history started as slavery, the sin of omission. And then y'all see my position. 10 years, say nothing. Got nothing to say. Chess, not checkers. Now when I speak, got him on hush. Everybody wondering, oh, where you just come out of nowhere, just wop. Like as if I am supposed to be obligated to cause anyone else paying attention to understand what Curtisha and Curtis got going on. You can tell the people you troll with whatever you want, but you and I know what's going on. Bay Mac, I've been pushing that since way back. Oh, blah. Yeah. So it's out of nowhere, but nobody knows. Look how well this dude used to articulate this to me over and over again. This is when he called himself destroying the LOCs and Jada and them career, Fat Joe, Cameron, anybody that was on Interscope. He was calling himself, just think, I was within the ranks, and he was like anti-everybody, us against the world. He embedded that in everyone that he's known right now about the fact that their careers didn't quite expand to the extent that he thought it should have, not accounting for the fact he made a climate to where no one was allowed to actually develop and nurture the relationships in hip-hop that you would do on that level because of the stance he took, and everybody rolled with it. And now he running around kissing everybody eating ass all on their knee nuts. But the people that established this standoff situation based on your direction have more character than just shift up. At least Banks, we know what Buck Jenner do, and then Yayo just on your knee nuts. He just don't know what to do. But you want to shit on them because of that case, but you didn't allow it to expand to that degree. On my mama. I kind of lost my thought. Sometimes I do rhyme, but I still ain't get the word of the day. Where it go? Oh, here we go. Stiction. The force required to cause one body in contact with another to begin to move. She get the grinding, and that stiction, how you get the wiggling that thing back. That's the first thing that came to my mind when it came to something at that nature. That's what I was trying to say. So, everybody wonder why it looks like I'm the one throwing the darts, just shooting, and nobody shooting back, right? Not understanding that I am engaged in warfare that I did not initiate. And the only reason I understand that I am engaged in warfare is because this is the dude, the 48 Laws of Power guy, who is in this perpetual war with entertainment individuals. Like y'all see, it's not me saying it. He say if you want to understand him, go read the book. So he feels like he's at war. And the subjects that he is at war with is his competition in the game. And when I was within his ranks and he was calling himself, lacing me on the most effective way in the public forum, in the industry, media, whatever you have it, to destroy your opponent, this is his philosophy now. Everybody from within the ranks knows this is his philosophy. Before you diss him and speak bad about them or expose whatever you feel like you can't expose about them, your more effective tactic is to just stop acknowledging that they exist. This is what he taught me. So even when I'm within the ranks, posted up, and when I am aware of his enormous access to media, and I am aware of the content of his conversation when he is before the media and how much it involves the artist that he deals with, and I am aware of how little or non-existent I am in that conversation, I am aware I am under attack way before y'all ever figured it out. But it's chess, not checkers. It ain't for me to holler and try to explain every step of the way to every individual that might be confused on what I'm doing. It's really nobody business for them to even understand it. But as you do get to understand it by and by, perhaps it will unfold better for you. Everybody be hollering at chestnut checkers, and then they don't have no idea what they talking about. I've been under attack. If I'm lying, I'm dying on my mama, dead homies, daughters, and all that. Curtisha's number one tactic that he swears by within this public arena to eliminate your opposition or anyone that you feel like you have a higher platform in, before you say anything derogatory about them, you just cease to acknowledge that they exist. Do you think I need any of y'all to tell me I'm under attack? That's why I stay focused, because even listening to the people that you know have good intentions to you and trying to alter my movements to what they talking about, you'll crash. That's why I reach in and not without. I don't care about what nobody talking about. I don't care about none of that, what he got going on with nobody else. I'm talking about this platform right here. I talk about my experiences. Anybody don't like how much it come up, I don't give a f. You can beat it on my mama. It's my turn to tell. You see he running around telling his version. And even in biblical terms, omission is a sin. I have been omitted. He is in violation. He explained to me, when you omit an individual, you are attempting to eliminate, eradicate them. This is what he educated me upon. I am aware that every time he used to come to LA on the radio station, Felly, Fuzzy, Big Boy, on my mama, first thing out their mouth when he used to get up in there, what's up with the homie Spider? What? And then, as I encountered them throughout moving around, when they wasn't there, every time I bumped into them, of course I'm saluting them, thanking them, and they doubling down on the commitment to do it every time he come, just because they pushing this. So that was I didn't ask them to do that, but that was their interest, because they had a West Coast interest, and that was the pressure they putting on them. Did nobody have to tell me when they stopped doing that? He told them to stop asking them that. Nobody had to tell me that. I don't need nobody to confirm it. I'm living this. I'm amidst this. I'm not looking for nobody to let me know what's my next move. I ain't never had no Chris Lighty, no Shy Money. Shy Money's so goofy. I remember speaking to him a few years ago, and I happened to just be recalling, like, damn, that's crazy. I was misguided for you to be my lawyer. And this nigga talking about, I wasn't never your lawyer. This on text message, mind you. I mean, your manager. I misspoke. Your manager. And when you come to G-Unit, this they whole prepackaged goofy artist thing, managers usually take 15-20%. Shot Money in-house. He don't take that, so you can keep that, and you ain't got to worry about that. And that's why Buck Banks and Yayo and anybody else around there got the same manager, Shot Money, who also under manages 50, as he has the Powerhouse Violator, but he want to tell y'all everybody else lack of success is because they was lazy. As if it takes this all this extra effort to maintain a presence from the level, the plateau that they had once reached. Anybody else that reaches there don't need any other artist assistance to maintain some type of public up and down. Only when you was attached to that goofy ass system do you find yourself stuck in the rut that he is describing that they're in and trying to blame it on them. That's why you got to be careful when the people that are the most public and have the biggest voice that everybody are tuning into and listening, and you know damn well they a fraud. And everybody that call them a fraud and all that are not even, everybody want to talk about he told on Irv and all them. They got that paperwork, which I don't know nothing about that. Could not be. You hear this dude get on the microphone himself and say he finances murder investigations. We seen the relationship he had with Fat Joe and how they were able to bromance their way past that, but how he is so ignorantly trying to articulate a proper reason for treating his firstborn the way he does, and it just shows the real contents of his character. On my mama. The only reason why that part of his character gets me so enthralled at this moment is because we have another one of these type of dudes at the forefront. And someone that even Curtisha, when this dude found himself in the middle of this situation, and I'm talking about T.I. issue, Clifford, no secret. When he found himself in the middle of this situation, Curtis attempting to be the person that he saw in me from day one when he said, I see me again, which he saw something similar because we don't do this. This is what he did. He was the one, and he desired to be the only one bold enough to make music dissing T.I. for telling. And he did it. Then he turned around as he went on the interview circuits and they were asking him about it. He doubled down, bit his tongue, retracted, and pussyfooted him. No, I wasn't talking about him. And then now he's friends with T.I. too. This is what these dudes do with their modes, with their morals and their character. Now, I'm not saying, hey, I'm not the one saying G code. I live by the G code. I've been let y'all know I ain't been active in a long time. I am familiar with what the G code is. I'm with it. If we're saying the G code is over, and it don't have to be we. I understand what the institution that I was invested in is over. Not only do I not actively involve myself in it, the people that are considering themselves active are currently making peace with arch enemies that we have been in bloodshed for over decades. So the energy that the people that I'm affiliated with is on out of the G code as well. I salute that. I have young men I'm raising, and I've been a coach. I have no young person in this world that I would advise to, hey, this thing called the G code, and this is where you should be headed, right? But let me tell you the worst thing you can do. Y'all be all on my head, all on Clifford nuts, like, he trying to act the G code. What he supposed to do? Disrespect the G, hold on to the G code and not go tell for his brother, his homeboy, and for the homeboy mama and all that. You stupid. He got too much to lose. Hey, fine. So why does not he say that? The most dangerous thing you can do is to set him up in front of our youth as an example of positivity and honesty and integrity. And then we saw what he came out like everybody else. I'm from the gutter, rubber man, burn it down, up the world. I don't give a uck, I'll shoot you. We gangsters, we G code. Why? That's how his whole legacy was established. Okay, you've gotten a new light, you're more mature, you're moving on, you're not trying to push that so much no more. Understandable, totally. But the most dangerous thing you can let a snake sit up and do is get in a situation where everything was risked. Then that's when he decided the G code. He threw it away at that moment, y'all. Okay, you decided that. You had too much to lose. It wasn't worth it. This should be your message post that experience. Don't sit up in interviews now and let the youth hear you say, oh, I stick to the G code. I stick to the G code. And they know what the G code is. And now you got them thinking, hey, so now it's a good way to stick to the G code and end up in a positive position. He was faced with everything that the game got to give you, and that's life, money gone, freedom gone. He was up against the wall, and he stuck to the G code, not the bullshit version he's speaking on. He's telling people he stuck to the G code throughout that process and came out smelling like new money with his millions and on top of the game. That's somebody that has sold their soul that's going to sit up to our youth and tell them that's the way he made it to the top, by sticking to the G code. He a fucking lie. I'm going to tell the youth, guess what? The G code got me in the midst of the struggle at the same level I currently am right now. My family is not out asking nobody for nothing. We got what we need. But when you want to just talk about accumulated wealth and status, I can attribute the G code perhaps to some of the stagnation that I am experiencing. And I can tell that to the youth. I cannot tell no young people that there's a way to go through the G code and end up looking like T.I., smelling like new money. No, because the people that stick to the G code are the people that are doing life and that are disgusted by that type of activity. And this is why, as a person that is affiliated with the G code, that got family doing life due to the G code, it irritates me to death to see an individual trying to be a civil rights activist and then right in front of your eyes lying about how he reached the position he's in. And then Killer Mike, and look, just check him out. Look how he this is deep, y'all, because this is how he talks about himself. Look how Clifford describes himself and his partner, Killer Mike. Check me out.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Some people call me Tip, but this is about another kind of tip. That can help our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, and our fathers help get the perpetrators who commit crimes against them off the streets. All you got to do is call Crime Stoppers Atlanta. Tips can be anonymous, and there's even a reward. The number to Crime Stoppers Atlanta is 404-577-8477. That's 404-577-TIPS. Channel 2, community coverage.
So
Back to the
I don't think they care enough about him.
He cannot go back to the hood after snitching.
Protection.
Yeah.
yes, he can. That's
After
what you don't
snitching?
understand. Yeah, man.
How?
It's a bunch of rats walking around right now. And that's the thing. And that's the thing that really hurt. That would really hurt. They riding around with somebody who they know done told in they hood right now. Just because, well, he tell on me. You know what I'm saying? It can't come home and throw parties. And the party be popping. It be full.
Right.
So if motherfuckers want to with rats, how in the hell is this party so packed?
Yeah.
And everybody know how cuz came home. Everybody know what happened. So
Back to the
I don't think they
along with Mayor Keisha Lance Bottom, she was very strategic before she came out with the press conference about who she wanted there and the messaging that she wanted to get across. And therefore, she brought in Atlanta natives, rapper T.I. and also Killer Mike, both of these men, businessmen in our communities as well, in the place where they were born and raised. Let's listen now to that sound from earlier from T.I. and Killer Mike.
Atlanta is the place where people like me, Killer Mike, other artists, creatives, other people who come from our culture, and other people who rise up out of the wreckage of the struggle that we all experience just by being born a certain color in this country. But Atlanta is a place where we can set an example of prosperity, and we've done that for generations. People like Dr. King, Maynard Jackson, Ambassador Young have paved the way for us. And when everything else goes away, when you don't get treated right in New York, when you don't get treated right in LA, when you can't get treated right in Detroit, when you don't get treated right in St. Louis, when you don't get treated right in Alabama, Atlanta has been here for us. This city don't deserve it. However, I understand that a lot of others do. But we can't do this here. This is Wakanda. It's sacred. It must be protected.
On my mama, you see who's standing right next to him. So he shouldn't up here talking about it hurts him. He said it hurts him, y'all. This is the devil speaking. This is a snake. Listen to me. A lot of y'all talking about he didn't point out his partner or point out partner that did whatever. Check me out. He was on the prosecution team. He knows what this is. He was a prosecution. You know what the term on behalf of? When you stand up in the court, when you go to court, your lawyer tells the judge, Judge, I am here on behalf of so-and-so defendant, you, Spider Loc, Curtis Williams. I am here on behalf of him. The prosecutor is there on behalf of the state, the team that is attempting to put the people that killed Clifford's partner in jail, so be it. That's who the prosecutor is in court on behalf of. Clifford, as a prosecution's witness, is there on behalf of the prosecution. Everything he said was to lend aid to the prosecution achieving victory, acquiring a conviction. If I remember correctly, Clifford, attempting to stick to the G code, held out for quite some time, perhaps to the tune of 2 years, and they couldn't even go forward with the case successfully. They held out until he found himself in a pinch, trying to stick to the G code, buying all the burners. And then all of a sudden, there was negotiations to the point where he was willing to testify, and he was handed an experimental sentence. This is what the federal government termed the sentence that they handed down to T.I. issue. I happen to be someone who was around that remembers. And y'all mad at me because I know the factuals, and I'm not going to allow this dude to get up in front of the world and represent me and act like Atlanta is sacred to the rest of you. You know how selfish that is? oh, me and Killer Mike, what we built over here, and it did something for us and all that. Guess what? It'll burn too. That's like Lot's wife. Don't look back. On my mama. We can't all come and hang out with y'all and rebuild in Atlanta. Ain't no room for all of us. So we're telling America, if they can't do the example, the whole thing get it. That's why we ain't got no room for no double messages and all that. I'm not trying to be a voice come out and just be disgruntled against what y'all trying to say. They such positive figures. No, they don't even believe in what they up there saying. And in a time of war, the worst thing you can have is an unsure leader confusing the message. I'm not no fool. If there are 5,000 black women owners who need their property protected, by all due means, dispatch the troops, get on the streets, get your hands dirty, or get them clean, keep them clean. The Underground Railroad is there for that. Don't get out here on the airways because of your special interest and cloud the message when the whole world is saying the same thing, is enough, as if we're obligated to respond to senseless murder with any kind of poise. The repetitive, senseless murder of our people by this nation. Once again, y'all can complain, but you better do it right. And then if it all gotta go, it all gotta go. Or you could burn with it if you love it that much. That's what happened when you get too much. On my mama. It ain't how it's done. I just got a different approach. But listen how she say it. On my mama.
We be so full of ego sometimes that we stun our own progress. I might not agree with everything, but never will I ever condemn our people for rioting. I don't know why people acting like rioting is so foreign, as if rioting and violence isn't the American way. Y'all just think about how this country came into existence. I mean, just earlier this year, we were about to go into World War III. You know those gang-affiliated people we love talking mess about? Some of them been on the yard, been in riots, and know how to make deadly weapons out of ordinary objects. But we so ego-filled that we condemn people who could be powerful pieces in the movement. We condemn people that aren't doing the same things that we might be doing. Know that all the pieces on the chessboard are not the same. Knights, bishops, and rooks all move differently, and even pawns have potential to become queens. Instead of us being extremely critical and judging what everyone else is doing, let's be understanding and see how we can put our anger and rage to good use.
Factuals, and don't get up in front of the giant platform and speak while we are engaged in war. And you have an uncertain message. What is that? Getting up there, Killer Mike said, I'm mad. That is so juvenile, adolescent. Can you imagine Vladimir Putin? That's type of characteristics we see in Trump that we don't appreciate. Those type of lack of emotional control, and he still is more poised than that when it's time for war. We don't need that. We are fully engaged. We are not about to go. We're not on the precipice. You don't get up in the front of the world and say, hey, if that is our most strategic move, you don't announce it. Now, you see they putting out all the conspiracy theories saying, and I'm not saying conspiracy theories to say that's bad. It might be real. You see, they saying there's a lot of people who are not with the cause going in our communities trying to ignite and make it look like. Now, if you let them know this sacred area, you announce it to the world. Goofy. If you don't know what to say, don't say nothing. Those of us that are speaking on these issues publicly and not saying stop, are not saying, hey, everything we see is a great idea. What we are saying is we stand in solidarity with the message that what we have experienced is so senseless that we now understand, and there's nothing more senseless that you can imagine seeing than what we have had to tolerate. And that's what our silence says. It doesn't have to make sense at this point because nothing we undergo makes sense. The only thing that makes sense to you is your investments have harvest, and now you have more than you started with. A lot of y'all over there, we all can't come. It ain't enough to share. So your message your message of sacrifice need to be to America. If y'all ain't got enough for all of us, then everything got to go. You ever heard of a term called burn the ships? When you're really committed to the cause, sometimes it's time to burn the ships. If I can't have it, she can't either. Yeah. And if that ain't your full message, this is not the platform to articulate that. All you doing is making yourself obvious as a target for those that's trying to infiltrate to come slide up under you and fatten your pockets some more. On my mama. I ain't sleep on it. Anybody don't like what I'm saying could beat it. Go listen to some more of that. You so impressed with how many statistics these niggas done memorize, how well they could articulate the blacks' history. All that is sitting in the laps of luxury, like he told you over there. They eating a whole lot. If you want to make I ain't even on his head for making the Wakanda parallel like everybody else. Because I know when you're an MC, you speak metaphorically a lot of times when your point is really as practical as you would want it to be. And sometimes you don't realize that people not listening to your natural artistic type of speaking. So I ain't hating on you with the Wakanda. But if you're going to speak on Wakanda is sit up. Which one of them leaders was up there? They was squabbling to the death. Violently. It didn't have to make sense. When I was watching it, I didn't understand why the whole place didn't jump in and help the one they was rocking with. It's 1,000,000 to 1. But didn't nobody say nothing. They held their peace. Oh, my mama. I know I speak different. But I ain't saying nothing that beautiful black Nubian woman Erica Lachey didn't just say.
Like I said, bro, I'm not even a guy to come on here, bro. I don't even come on here. I don't talk about politics. I'm not even like that, bro. Y'all know me. I like to have fun. I'm not even one of those guys, bro. But this is just stupid, bro. If anybody is a celebrity, bro, stop using your platform to come up here and say anything that's against what the people in the streets are saying. If you're not out there, bro, if you're not out there protesting and marching with these people all day without your fucking security, my nigga, and without the other extra shit, my nigga, then you shouldn't be talking, bro. You shouldn't have a voice in this. And until you go out and do that, until you go out and study, until you go out and really understand what the fuck is going on out here in our community, bro, just get off Twitter. Talk to your PR, ask your PR what you should say, or something, bro. Something. What's up, shorty? What's up? Hi, hello, how you doing? Hello? Hi. Yes, we are talking about you, shorty. Shine over the...
Oh, my mama. I didn't even know he was finna put it all on her. I thought he was like, I thought I had got too long a clip, and he was like addressing somebody in my bad. But including her though, on my mama, my message echoes those of those two individuals. I may have a different level of decibel, a different level of passion, a few different words I choose. I might be more pointed. He chose to point his message directly to the female. That's not my style. I know his name. I know he popping, but for the most part, I'm saying what he's saying. And I ain't even finna go like, ain't no music today. It is what it is. I didn't really plan on this shaping up exactly how it shaped, but I'm kind of like appreciating the way it developed right up into this point. So as we from this point on, I'ma just keep it in this tone. Good looking, RL. On my mama. Something else on the same subject I would like to appreciate at the moment. They rather arrest hundreds, if not thousands, of American citizens than 3 of their own. Very telling. This is why. Listen to me. That man right there predicted the whole 1992 riots on record. 1990, 1991, and 1992, prior to it happening, his whole movement was saying, this is what's going to happen. We will burn it down. Wop, 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 whoop, whoop, wop, wop. And if you understand, this is that he raised me. On my mama giving me pork pops. Dead Lokes. Pops wasn't in the house, so if you're talking about figure of masculinity with a message that helped shape a lot of my thoughts in that area, it was through the headphone like this in class, through the sleeve, listening to that. I get his tape, go steal it at the music store. On my mama 3 days, I know the whole tape by heart on accident. So I actually know what he really thinks about a whole lot of what's going on right now. But once again, the war room is for those conversations. You don't get on these public platforms and speak your mind. That can be one extreme. And I also know, if you know how he's one of those like T.I. and Killer Mike, as far as I have established and I have over here. You don't see him up here like, oh, Hollywood has been good to us. Wakanda ain't the only place where black people done ate. Hollywood done fed black people for years. Beverly Hills, from the Bill Cosbys to the Suge Knights, to the Eddie Murphys, to the Denzel Washingtons, to the Magic Johnsons, the Kobe Bryants. We got clusters over here. And ain't none of the people on that level hollering out, talking about please, please, please. Oh, my mama. I salute what he say. How dare a country and a president start speaking about violence upon its citizens when the looting start. But when Ahmaud Arbery is murdered, this man had the nerve, the audacity to say, I would like to see, we looked at the tape, but we don't know what's not on tape. Yo, that's the setup right there. He letting the lawyers that's going to be representing that man know right now, get your story together. Oh, my mama. We not finna expose our play. We going to expose they play. You got something to protect in the black communities? Get out there. Get your soldiers. You got all this money, all this influence. You done went from the rubber band man to the man with understanding, and y'all all solid. You and Killer Mike. Y'all should have some influence in the streets where you can mount up with some solid brothers and get out there and actively, through love, show protection to them sisters' properties. And not get up here crying to, I don't even want to be here. I'm mad. We don't need that. We reject your deposit. Running around with a snitch, scared to come out the closet. If you want to redeem yourself, Clipper, keep it real. Everybody getting at me on the issue, please, let's make a plea for dude to upload that 45-minute testimony of him speaking on that situation that he did not snitch on, according to him. Since you stuck to the G code, you want to challenge the world, you throw that case number out and ramble it off all the time, tell people where they can go find it. You uplifted. You the one that had it, got it took down off the internet. You ain't off the hook. Since you want to keep standing up and get up in front of the people and represent something that you are not, we're going to keep speaking about what you are then. You want us off your head? Fall back, use some of them dollars to fund the movement. Somebody with some integrity, since you know you already sold your soul, you're trying to buy it back, sit back, use that bread to stand somebody up that has a faultless background, and let them stand up and push an unwavering message with all the good knowledge that you want to be interested in it. Use your dollars. You done went and stole them from the system. Now break bread. Oh, my mama. All you doing is simply trying to protect your interests. What you look like? What y'all doing with him? Y'all, I mean, as a community, collectively, we buying this? Is this enough? After our very earnest conversation, thank you to Governor Walz for doing what's right and calling in Attorney General Keith Ellison to take over the George Floyd case. Earlier today, Governor Walz mentioned having a human conversation with me, a dad and a black man in pain. I am a human, a father and a black man in pain. And I am not the only one. Now, I, along with an entire country in pain, all upon A.G. Ellison to do the right thing and prosecute all those responsible for the murder of George Floyd to the fullest extent of the law. This is just a first step. I am more determined to fight for justice than any fight my would-be oppressors may have. I prevail on every politician, prosecutor, and officer in the county to have the courage to do what is right. Have the courage to look at us as humans, dads, brothers, sisters, and mothers in pain, and look at yourself. Sean J.Z. Carter. I changed my question into a statement. Damn right we stand with that. This is another point, opportunity to make my point. We have no message for those on our side of the issues right now. Anything we want to say to one another about what's going on is for the war room, the Underground Railroad. Right now, there is a solidified message, a voice that is ringing out, and it all is directed toward the system. We're not anybody that's actively sending a message toward the system. We are not publicly sending messages back and forth to one another that conflict, regardless of what we know about one another, what we're going through. So my message is not to anyone that's on the side of sending a message toward the system, even if I don't necessarily agree with their exact tactic. We are fully engaged. So if I'm going to address anyone publicly, it's going to be someone that is addressing someone that is on our side of the issue. Then that means addressing the system. If you're going to address them publicly, indirectly, then you'll get it publicly. Everyone else, we'll deal with everything else later. We're at war right now, and I stand solidified with the fact that that is progress. And like the female said, Erica, it's a chessboard. Everybody doesn't do the same thing. He is affecting what he can affect. We, as a community, are holding him to a level of accountability because, yes, the G code been thrown out the window. We know the association with the rat at that level of corporate America, but his separation from what we consider the G code and his public profession to be with the G code has died so long ago. I am not going to just discredit his ability to redeem himself publicly with his people, even with the way we feel like he spoke about the kneeling. At this point, I am cheering for his efforts to be effective in whatever level they can, because no matter what you feel about him in public, he is one of the most high-profile people we have on our side of the issue at this moment that is making an effort to say anything and not talking to us about what we shouldn't be doing. And I'm going to give him credit for that. On my mama. It's about that time, y'all. You already know how we do it right here. I ain't gonna do it the exact way just because the energy of everything. I think we kind of did it like this last time. We waked and baked. So I'm gonna just keep it like this. Much love. Love y'all, my mama. Rest in peace to George Floyd. All those that came before him. We at war, those that are soon to come. On my mama.
Yeah, neighborhoods that bust. Giving a shout out right now to SPR in the streets. My niggas spot alone, y'all already know what it is. Schwarzenegger. Oh yeah, and don't forget to check my website out too. NipseyHustle.com. Streets.net. Shout out my nigga SPR. Gotta get back in and do it again. My nigga already know what it is.
Tupac of my generation, Pac was highly intelligent, but in our culture, street culture, especially in his generation, intelligence was viewed as a form of weakness. How do you get the people that's really affected by, what we're trying to solve involved?
Mathematical marathon and making moves taken. The heartbreaking news made major breaking news. Nephews, nieces, siblings, seeds, stay confused. Waking up shaking, aching, praying that it's April Fool's. Chosen child from the out, now stakes is huge. Snakes and fake straddling the gate, it's too late to choose. Through violent visions gave victory, paid your dues. Motivated, demonstrated, elevated views. Truths don't die, we multiply. I ain't make the rules. Self-medicate, meditate, and celebrate the blues. Neighborhood, roller coaster, you can take the cruise, I'm good. Blue laces, suede Puma's favorite shoes. Jesus to the generations, you never say me on my babies. Most beautiful gift who ever gave me. For such a precious life, who decides Christ? I couldn't buy twice, cuz they crucified Christ.
Snakewood and that hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Loc. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.